It becomes a direct replacement for a human. Whereas like, a lot of equipment, a lot of machinery, like even that we do as a company, but a lot of automation companies do, is not necessarily a direct replacement of humans, because maybe like cycle time is, super high, or maybe like the system that we're replacing is replacing something that has like super terrible ergonomic impact on a body. Maybe it does eliminate some employees or some operators or whatever for at least that working area, but it doesn't all the time one for one replace a job. I'll give a perfect exact example that we built a system, and the system had to do the job of 4 people and only be operated by 1. That system has its own criteria. I'll say when it has its own criteria, meaning even budgeting has to be in a certain way. Its cycle time has to be in a certain way, right? Because now we have to build this machine to be able to accommodate 4 workers' labor, so that way the system can become feasible. If the system can't do that, then the system is not feasible and there's not an ROI for the system, meaning why would somebody automate the process? They would just keep manual labor there doing the process. And also how does that work out? I'll just get some random numbers. But let's say for instance, the system it's gonna cost $1 million to build it, right? And a system couldn't be built for any less to do that same type of operation, even if it was only outputting what 1 operator could output. Just all the mechanics and all the programming that's necessary to make that system feasible. It has to be able to produce the number of 4 people. The customer has to have the product demand to be outputting 4 people's labor worth of work to then invest into that system. Because if not, let's say for instance, if they don't have that output and they run the machine only 50% of the time, that also means it's not feasible because they don't have an ROI.